Hi and welcome to the channel. My name is Roots McD and today we're going to go through Kelly Joe Phelps, Pilgrim's Reach. A couple of things to point out about this song. Obviously it's got a capo on the 2nd fret. It's also down tuned, so it's got a low D on the bottom and also a high D on the top. So you need to tune your guitar D, A, D, G, B, D, and capo on the 2nd fret. But it places the song in the key of E minor, but it is sounding and being voiced as though it's in the key of D minor. The intro is largely improvised. If you watch the little clip that I did, then I'm just kind of working my way around this D minor scale. It's a modal song in that it's based from around the Dorian mode. The trick with this particular tuning is it means that your 2nd and 3rd frets work on the low E string and the A string and the D string. When you get to the 3rd string, then open and 2 work well, open B, and then 3rd fret. And really what I'm doing in the intro is just using this mode of the Dorian mode, and as you go just leave some to sort of sustain over the top of the others. If you're interested in doing a bit of improvisation at the beginning. Anyway, into the main riff. Now this song has this repetitive riff using a couple of things. We're going to be doing some Travis picking. So here's an example pattern of the picking that's in this song. And that pattern really sustains throughout the whole song. And then Kelly Joe Phelps uses various techniques to supplement that, mainly hammer-ons and pull-offs. So without further ado, here's the main riff. So I'm voicing the chord. After that is the first of my hammer-ons. So I was hammering on open to 3, and then I was plucking my thumb, the D string, then the high 1st fret on the B string. After that I did the same move on the low E string. This time I played this 2nd fret on the G string, sorry. Okay, after we've got to that point, you play the same picking pattern, but this time I'm going to play the high 3rd fret on the E, going down to the 2nd fret on the E to open. So my thumb retains the bass. Then I repeat my hammer-on pattern. That's the intro pattern and the first part of the verse. Okay, into the verse, what happens is the D minor chord moves up. So I've got this high D minor chord, 7, 6, 7 on the treble strings, with my bass here of my low E, and then I'm going to be playing this descending chord pattern. So I've got these 3 to start. Then I go down a little bit like Stairway to Heaven. So I've got 7, 6, 7, 6, 6, 7. Then I'm going to go down to 5 and 6 there. With the picking pattern, it'll sound like this. I then change to the G7 chord. Now to voice the G7, you've got your low 5th fret, 4th fret on the G, and then I've got my 6th fret on the B string. Picking pattern. Okay, retain your pinky there for the 6th fret. Then you're going to play the little 7 to 1. I'm talking about the chord intervals here. 3rd fret, 5th fret on the low E string. Second version of the verse, back up to my high D minor chord. This time I'm playing the same thing for the first bit. This time I've got this 6-5 open. Okay, and then I'm going to play a little bar. So a little diminished chord there, so I've got this. Into that, this time a G7 sus4. Okay, so it's the same chord I had before, but this time it's 5, 5, 6. And then it's got this little pattern. It's one of the trickiest little bits of this song. This time when I do my G7 with the 3 to 5, I'm doing hammer on. And then back. Into the chorus. Lovely little chorus. This is a nice little chord. I'm going really from an F. With this little extension here, I've got the 4th fret on the G string. Which is my B note there. Which is the sharp 4 of the chord. Sounds really nice. I go into what is like a D over F sharp chord. Okay, so I've got my hooked 2nd fret there, and then that's like a D5 chord. So this will sound like this. Then I'm going to slide into this mysterious D minor chord. This little chord is what would be 5, twice on G and B, and then high E thirds. You get this. Then back to my G7 sus. Now that was the G7 sus pattern on the chorus, slightly different to the was in the verse. I've still got that chord shape that I had from the end of my verse, but this time I'm going to go then move down to the normal G7. Okay, so I'll do that again. And then I'm going to go to my, what is essentially a B flat 7. It's really nice with the D on top, isn't it? So you get this. And then A7. Back to your D minor riff. There's a couple of little extra bits in this where you get this extended chorus section at the end where you get this doubling of the B flat 7 to A7. And then you're back into your riff. And there's also a couple of ending riffs to put in. There's a little lead in, which is just 3 to 2 into the B flat 7, and then A7, A7 over F, riff. and that's how it ends, is like that as well. Just a little disclaimer here, really, that this type of song, particularly Kelly Joe Phelps songs, he would experiment with these, and they never really quite come out the same way twice. Interesting, because when you listen to the recordings, they do sound very formulaic and very, very planned, and he plays it very consistently throughout that particular recording on the studio version. But, you know, listening to it live, it'll vary a little bit. So don't think that you have to learn this note for note. But it's nice to get the patterns out of it and to figure out where it's come from and where it's going. It's a really nice one to play. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share. And thanks as ever for watching. And I'll catch you again soon in another video. See you later.